Welcome to solverfy.
The net ionic equations and choose the spectator ions. So the first reaction is the reaction between barium chloride and sodium carbonate. This forms solid barium carbonate and 2 moles of sodium chloride, which is soluble. So the net ionic equation looks like the following. It's barium 2 plus CO3 2 minus, forming solid barium carbonate. Then the spectator ions are chlorine minus and sodium plus. Now let's move on. And next reaction is a reaction between sulfuric acid and calcium hydroxide. It forms solid calcium sulfate and water. So let's see if the reaction is balanced. Yes, the reaction is balanced. Now let's write down the net ionic equation. It forms solid calcium sulfate. So as we can see, there are no spectator ions. Because all the ions take part in the reaction. So the next one is the reaction between sodium iodide and silver nitrate. Forming silver iodide. And sodium nitrate. Now we can write down the net ionic equation. And the spectator ions in this case are sodium plus and NO3 minus. So the next reaction is reaction between HBr, hydrobromic acid, and potassium fluoride. It forms hydrogen fluoride and potassium bromide. So now we can write down the net ionic equation. So in here, bromine minus and potassium plus spectator ions. Let's move on. The reaction between hydrochloric acid and zinc hydroxide. They react forming zinc chloride. And 2 molecules of water. So let's write down the net ionic equation. So it looks like 2H plus solid zinc hydroxide forming zinc 2 plus and 2 molecules of water. So then here only chlorine is a spectator ion. So the next one is the reaction between phosphoric acid and sodium hydroxide. It forms Na3PO4 and water. Yeah, the reaction is balanced. Now let's write down the net ionic equation. So the spectator ions are phosphate and sodium. Next one is the reaction between aluminum hydroxide and nitric acid. Let's see if this reaction is balanced. So there are 6 hydrogens on each side and 12 oxygens on each side. So yeah, everything is balanced. Now let's write down the net ionic equation. So and then the spectator ions. The spectator ion in this case is only nitrate. So the next one is the reaction between sodium acetate and hydrochloric acid. Forming sodium chloride and acetic acid. Net ionic equation looks like the following. Then the spectator ions are sodium plus and chlorine minus. So here is a solution of this problem. I hope I helped you. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.